How you doing, guys? Welcome back to Stateside Boy Style. Here today with another video and another problem with another vehicle. As like many other days, there's many problems with all of the vehicles, but today I have another one here for you guys that may help you out with your crankshaft position sensors. This is a 2008 Chrysler Sebring, as you can see. And I put the computer, so what was happening is the car was hard to start, idling really rough, and smelling of fumes, etc., etc. I put the computer on it and it said crankshaft position sensor bank 2 was the problem. So I ordered the sensor, and the sensor is right here. Sorry. And the sensor is right here. It's just, and this is what the sensor looks like. Now, there's two sensors. There's one in the back of the engine, back here. I'll show you more better later. And there's another one up here. So there's two sensors, and what they do is these little sensors have magnets inside, and I'm thinking they're picking up on the crank, and that's what keeps everything in line, I guess. I don't know, but this is what my computer told me. So I'm going to take this housing off. I already had it loose, guys. Now, I did replace the rear one, which I'll show you is right there, right where my finger is, right here. This is bank 2. So I replaced this one, put a new sensor, and the vehicle didn't change. It was still giving issues. That sensor back here is easier to work at than this one right here. If you look down right here, you'll see I've already gotten unplugged. Here is the plug for it. And you'll see right down here is where the sensor is, right there. So I'm going to remove this sensor and see if this is the problem. But my scanner told me bank 2. I couldn't find out online anything about which sensor was which. All my computer told me it was bank. I'm going to try to show you that sensor a little bit more. He's right there. You see him? This is the sensor right here. The same one I just showed you in the video. And that's on the front of the engine. See, look. So you got one sensor right here, and you got another one back right here. Those two sensors are the position sensors for the timing. Now, it's a 10mm bolt, which you can see right here. You can see the bolt right there. It's a 10mm. It's kind of hard to get at. Now, guys, you know me. I don't take you guys for loops. I've already loosened this bolt, and I'm telling you, it's not easy. Working at this in this position is not an easy task. I'm going to try to do it so you guys can see as best you can. So I've already loosened the bolt. Because of the wiring, it's a bit hard to get at things. So I try to manipulate as much I can so I can get it out. And like I said, I already loosened the bolt. Now it's just a matter of taking the bolt right out. And you don't have a lot of room. So it's a bit of a task getting the bolt actually out. See, I just dropped my extension piece. See if I can get my fingers in here now. Oops. And see why I let go of that hose, because it gives me a little bit of space to get my fingers in there, ratchet in there. Yeah, I can't do it yet. Still got to use the ratchet. And if I lose this bolt, well, then I'm in big trouble. And I can't really get my fingers in there to pull it out. So now I have to carefully get this bolt out of there. I'm just going to show you what I'm trying to work with here, guys. See, the bolt is out. It's just resting right there now. See? And unfortunately, I know, guys, You guys are waiting on videos on the 65, but I've been so busy I haven't touched it. I haven't touched the 65 at all. But one day there will be videos. I had a magnet here somewhere. Where that, oh, there it is, right here. Okay, so I got my little magnet. See if I can't get that bolt out with my little magnet. There you go. Guys, always have a magnet. Now, my experience with the other sensor was I had a very difficult time getting the sensor out of the engine. Sorry guys, I'm shaking you around here, but so trying to get this little sensor out is a little bit tricky because they don't want to come out, and I'm telling you, it's difficult putting them back in. I had to grease the ring just a little bit to make it easier for me, and all you got to do is just keep prying at it, keep prying. See, I got them. Now I'm going to be honest with you guys, I have no idea how I'm going to get the other sensor back in. Don't know. That's something I'm going to have to figure out because there's no room to work around in here. So I got this one out. Now, trying to get them up out of this now is going to be a little bit tedious, but as you can see, I have it. As I look at this sensor, you see, inside there's magnets. So there's magnets inside this little unit. And you can see this one's really dirty. So now guys, sometimes it's a fight to get these back in the hole. I'm going to try my best here, and I don't really know how that's going to go. Sorry for the compressor, you guys are used to that now. My compressor is cutting in all the time for no reason. Obviously I have a little air leak somewhere, but too busy to even try to fix it. This is going to be difficult because it's not like I have room that I can work with it. See, getting this sensor in is going to be very difficult because you've got to try to have it lined up at the same time as you're trying to push it in. And pushing it in is almost impossible because you have no room. Oh, I got it. Look at that. That's amazing. Now I have to twist it because it has to be in the right position so that I can put the I don't know how I'm going to turn this now. Not quite sure how I'm going to turn this now, but okay, good. Look at that. Well, I'm going to try to take my magnet, my broken magnet. I'm going to see if I can't get this bolt in like this. And the wiring creates such a fiasco that it's hard to do anything. Okay guys, as you can see, I'm having a lot of trouble getting, because there's no room, absolutely no room at all. And trying to get your fingers in here, you only have a little hole that you can try. So it's a bit difficult. I'm going to try to put it on the end of the ratchet. Oh no, if I lose this, I'm in big trouble. See guys, this is going to be difficult, and the reason why is because there's no room. So guys, I'm going to try to stuff this little bit of towel in there to try to get a better grip so that this one doesn't fall out. It's the only tricks I know how to do. I don't know any other magic tricks. All I'm trying to do is get the bolt started off so I can use the ratchet. But if you're not 100% lined up, then, you know, it's a bit difficult. And I think I might have it lined up a bit. Now I'm going to get my ratchet. I think I have it. I think I have it. Not sure, guys. Now, okay guys, so I have my cam crank shaft position sensors installed, both of them. I changed both of them, even though the code said it was only one. They're not very expensive, 30-40 bucks, and I just installed the both of them because there is two identical sensors with the same product number. They're identical on one side of the engine, the front, and then the other side of the engine, the back. So I replaced both of them and I installed them, and I didn't bore you with hooking the computer up. So there is one thing I have to tell you guys. Certain vehicles, certain models, when you change your position sensors, your timing position sensors, certain instances you have to use a computer, and it's called relearn your crank cam position sensor. So a computer has to be connected and go through the procedure and relearn those sensors. Some vehicles, if you don't use a computer to relearn those sensors, you'll start your vehicle and it'll be the exact same thing as what it was, because those sensors are not relearned. Some vehicles, the PCM doesn't automatically reset those sensors and make them work properly. That's just what I found. This specific 2008 Chrysler Sebring 2.4 engine is such that. So, which means that I had to connect my computer and relearn the sensors. If you don't connect the computer and relearn the sensors, the car is still going to not work right. It's going to rough idle. It's going to backfire. It's going to have no power. Not all vehicles are like that, but this specific model is. So, yeah, just keep a watch for that. Now, I didn't put on a video of relearning the sensor because a lot of you guys don't have a computer. What you can do is when you install your new sensors, just go to any mechanic garage and ask them to relearn your crank cam position sensor, both of them if you install both of them, and well, the computer will detect that anyways. And it shouldn't cost no more than 20-30 bucks for them to just put their computer on, relearn the sensor. It takes like 5 minutes, and then you're good to go. Any garage is going to have a computer. Any automotive garage is going to have a computer that connect to your car and relearn those sensors. Unfortunately, for the guys out there that doesn't have a computer, you know, that's the thing, right? But you're going to have to relearn the position sensors. A lot of times guys go and they put those sensors in and the car still runs rough and auto's rough and sounding no good, and you know, and then they go into timing belts and timing chains and this and that. Don't do that. I'm telling you, if you put in your sensors and your car is not working properly, it has to go on a computer to relearn the sensors. That's all it is. Once you do that, your car should be fine. So let's start this one up. I always let it go through its injection procedure. See, I'm good. I'm good. And I connected this one to the computer, and everything's fine. There's no rough idle, as you can see. I'm sorry for the seatbelt chime, but as you can see, I'm in perfect condition. So guys, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for watching the channel. And remember, most all these videos I do it for you guys anyway, so you can save money on all these issues, so you're not spending and spending and spending part after part after part. You know, and another thing is that you can buy yourself cheap scanners for 40, 50 bucks. And a lot of those scanners have a lot of functionality with, you know, ABS, SRS, so much more. And they're not expensive. And then most of these things you can do yourself. A computer, unfortunately, that can relearn sensors is going to cost a little bit more. That's a $500-600 computer. And a scan tool. I'm saying computer, but it's really a scan tool. And yeah, those ones, I mean, if you have a bunch of vehicles like I do, it's probably a good idea to pick one up that's pretty good, that can do those things. Because if not, when you do something, you're going to end up fixing something, but you still got to bring it to a garage because, you know, they have to relearn a certain sensor or whatever the case may be. But thanks a lot, guys, for watching the videos. I appreciate each and every one of you. You can like, you can give me a subscribe, and if you want, you can buy me a coffee because I got to drink a lot of coffee to keep working at these vehicles. Thanks a lot, guys. See you on the next one.